Tonight, live from the LUNT TONTINE Theater on Broadway, the 1990 Tony Awards, hosted by star of the current Broadway production of Tennessee Williams' Canada Hot Tin Roof and Tony Award nominee, Kathleen Turner.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It is really a great thrill for me to be here tonight. I started on Broadway in a small supporting role, but I think I'd much rather do Maggie. Before there was television, before there was radio, even before there was movies, if such a thing is possible, there was the stage and live actors performing without retakes or stunt doubles, nothing that I know anything about. Actors working without a net. For hundreds of years, traveling players went from city to city to entertain. Of all the cities they went to and of all the streets they played on, somehow this city and this street came to represent the very best on Broadway. Tonight we celebrate the very best of Broadway. And because of the amazing array of acting talent on Broadway this season, we've chosen as theme of the show this year, the Year of the Actor. And by actor, we mean all the artists, the men and the women who sing, who dance, and bring the Broadway theater to life. So, Broadway, take a bow. America's great humorist, Will Rogers, once said, an actor is just someone with a little more monkey in him than the next fella. Well, tonight we have a whole barrel of monkeys for you. So stick around and help us celebrate the fun and the very best of the 1990 Broadway theater. In the course of this show, we'll be showing you brief scenes and production numbers from the 8 nominated plays and musicals. We'll begin now with the first nominated musical, Grand Hotel. Berlin, 1928. Nearing the end of a carefree era, a sinister one soon to begin. People come, people go, living the high life. On a unique double-decker set, the action unfolds. A revolving door turns, and the dance of life goes on. But time is running out for 6 guests. Elizaveta Grunshinskaya, a fabled ballerina on her farewell tour, her 7th. Rafaela Otanio, her devoted companion, very devoted. Herman von Preissing, a businessman, as honest as possible. Frieda Flamme, a typist, but not for long. Baron Felix Amadeus Benvenuto von Geigern, a nobleman and a thief. And Otto Klingenlein, a bookkeeper and a dying man. Tonight, we meet one of those guests, the bookkeeper who has checked out of the hospital and into the Grand Hotel, intent on experiencing the good life at least once before he dies. In short order, he discovers wine, women, friendship, and song, all of them in that fabulous place called the Grand Hotel.
We'll take a glass together in celebration of our meeting, in celebration of our being face to face, friendly, civilized members of the race. I'll drink to you.
No, I to you.
You'll drink to me.
Then you to me.
I'm sure we do.
Oh, I know we do.
Could find no finer company.
Thank you, Baron.
We'll take a glass together, and we will lift it to the good life. And as we're lifting it, we will most sincerely say, Prosit! Your health, sir. Salute! And skål!
Nostrovia!
Avotra sante! For one brief moment in this cold and careless day, we'll take a glass together. I'll drink to you.
No, I to you.
Then vice versa.
Then vice versa.
I'm sure it's true.
Oh, I know it's true.
Things may be bad, but could be worse.
Absolutely.
We'll ask no why or whether. We'll spend each moment.
Yes, we will.
As it moves us.
As it moves us.
Come, my comrade.
Comrade.
Nip the nectar of the day.
Sweet nectar.
Sherry.
Campari.
Scotch whiskey.
Chartreuse.
A cognac.
And
Absinthe frappé. For one more moment in a world gone cold and crass, we'll take a glass together. We'll take a glass together, and we will lift it to the good life. And as we're lifting it, we will most sincerely say, Prosit, your concern, salute, and skål. Nostrovia, avotra sante. For one more moment in this golden careless day, we'll celebrate and take a glass. 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 We'll celebrate.
The League of American Theaters and Producers and the American Theater Wing welcome you to an evening honoring this year's theatrical season with appearances by Philip Bosco, Matthew Broderick, Len Cariou, Dixie Carter, Michael Crawford, Tyne Daly, Sandy Duncan, Geraldine Fitzgerald, Morgan Freeman, Dustin Hoffman, James Earl Jones, Kevin Kline, Linda Lavin, Bernadette Peters, Christopher Reeve, Joan Rivers, Ron Silver, Jessica Tandy, Lily Tomlin, and scenes from the nominated shows Aspects of Love, City of Angels, Grand Hotel, the musical, Lettuce and Lovage, Meet Me in St. Louis, Prelude to a Kiss, The Grapes of Wrath, and The Piano Lesson.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first presenter, a Tony Award winner herself, Lily Tomlin.
Good evening. In the year of the actor, who better to give advice than the man who has spent more time on a stage than any other person in history, George Burns. Mr. Burns said that acting is really very simple. All you have to do is tell the truth. And if you can fake that, you've got it made. The nominees for Best Performance by a Featured Actor in a Musical are Renee Auberjonois, City of Angels. Kevin Coulson, Aspects of Love. Jonathan Hadari, Gypsy. Michael Jeter, Grand Hotel, the musical. And the Tony Award goes to Michael Jeter, Grand Hotel, the musical.
I don't know what to say except to everyone who's been any part of this project, my heart goes out to you. If you're the audience, you are my heart. And the only other thing I'd like to say tonight is, if you're out there somewhere tonight and you've got a problem with alcohol or drugs and you can't stop, you think life can't change and that dreams can't come true, then I stand here as living proof that you can stop. It changes a day at a time, and dreams come true. God bless you.
The nominees for Best Performance by a Featured Actress in a Musical are Randy Graff, City of Angels. Jane Krakowski, Grand Hotel, the musical. Kathleen Rowe McAllen, Aspects of Love. Krista Moore, Gypsy. And the Tony Award goes to Randy Graff, City of Angels.
Oh, my. I am so honored, but I'll be brief because I want my Tony back. But I must thank all the angels on stage, off stage, under the stage. I thank my family and my agents and my Jim. Where are you? There you are. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I've got to make a quick change, so look for me in the next scene. I'm the blonde. Thank you very much.
In the city of angels.
City of Angels takes us back in black and white and glorious color to the Hollywood of the 40s, where a novelist named Stein turns one of his books into a screenplay about a private eye named Stone.
Laura Kingsley. She had the kind of face a man could hang a dream on, a body that made the Venus de Milo look all thumbs, and only the flora kept her legs from going on forever.
My money's on you, Mr. Stone. You look like the kind of man who can get the job done.
The woman in Stein's life, his wife, Gabby, for one.
You don't really have to go back to New York, Gab.
Beats hanging around watching you sell out.
I'll call.
I'd rather you wrote. Anything but what you're writing.
What you don't know about women,
What you don't know about women could fill a shelf of books. You are the type of man who looks for understanding lovers, but never understands the girl who lies beneath the covers. You only have to open up your mouth to show what you don't know. You don't know about women. You think what I don't know will not hurt me, but you don't know how often you do. How long ago did good sense desert me? I don't know why I still burn for you. You're immature and short-sighted. You're an incurable player. You show a lack of discretion. You know jack about heartache. You're out of sync with your feelings. Only wink at commitment. You're running low on emotion. What you don't know about women is only a drop in the ocean next to what you don't know about me. You are an evil little enlightening on ladies I love, but you can't see. What you don't know about women is striking, and you don't know nothing about me.
You serious? You really gonna make those changes? You are selling out. I wouldn't have believed it.
You would have believed it? Is that what you said? You wouldn't have believed it. You are some gumshoe. You just don't think. Well, get this dumb gumshoe. You come from my inkwell.
You are so thick you eat, breathe, sleep fiction. I'm your meal ticket, knee deep in cheap fiction.
You gloating ignoramus. You haven't any shame.
Hey, I'm a famous Seamus, and most people don't know your name. You're nothing without me, no one who'd go undefined. You wouldn't exist, you'd never be missed. I tell you, you're out of my mind. A show off, a blowhard, you're equal parts hot air and gold, and no one would doubt me. Without me, you're nothing.
Wait. This is Hollywood.
Gotta have a happy ending, right?
You read my mind.
I am your mind. I'm nothing without you. Without you, I lack what it takes. Unless we're combined, I have half a mind to blow all my chances and breaks.
I'm nowhere without you.
To doubt you is where I went wrong. The script calls for fusing and using our smarts, and greatness can come of the sum of our parts. From now on, I'm with you, and with you is where I belong.
Two television stars who also captured Broadway. The stars of Peter Pan and Broadway Bound, Sandy Duncan and Linda Lavin.
The nominees for Best Book of a Musical are Andrew Lloyd Webber, Aspects of Love, Larry Gelbart, City of Angels, Luther Davis, Grand Hotel, the musical, Hugh Wheeler, Meet Me in St. Louis. And the Tony Award goes to Larry Gelbart, City of Angels.
The producer asked us not to be boring. He sent no instructions, unfortunately. I have to acknowledge my debt to Cy Coleman and David Zippel, hardly unsung, but barely credited for their contributions to the book, to the incomparable Robin Wagner, to our producers, to cast and crew, and above all to Michael Blakemore, who put his hand everywhere without leaving a single fingerprint, and finally to my wife, Pat, who's always in my corner no matter how many I paint myself into. Thank you. 28, 29. Okay.
The nominees for Best Choreography are Joan Brickhill, Meet Me in St. Louis. Graciela Danielle, Tina Paul for Dangerous Games. Tommy Tune, Grand Hotel, the musical.